Hello everyone, this is Paula back today to do part 2 of the Cheaply Chic Traveler's Notebook Kit. Now I say kit, it is a kit. You can buy it as a kit or you can buy the Traveler's Notebook separately. So that is completely up to you. It is not something you have to sign up for and commit to for 2 years or a year or whatever. She has it done really freely, so you can just, it's coming each month, and gives you something to look forward to. You'll be ready for your next one. I like it because it's just the right size to do 1 month of journaling. So this time it's called Fearless, and we went over that in the first video. And so it's circus and hot air balloon kind of themed. And it's so much fun. You get to do things that are so playful in it and makes it so much fun. So I'm going to try to stay in the right spot. I have, as you can see, I have pre-planned a lot of my pages. And I'm just going to do this front one to get it done because usually I have it done by now. This is the, this is circus top here. And I'm just going to glue that onto my, I'm going to give it a little bit of ink. I said I wasn't inking, and I'm not. I just don't want it to blend with stuff instead of be its separate self. So you'll see me do a little bit of embellishment with some ink. I'm not stitching on it this time. I just felt like it was so bright and fun and busy that I didn't want to add any additional things like that. Okay, so we're going to do, I think I have some letters for this. Yes, I do, or words that I cut out of a, I cut it out of a Project Life type card because it's going to say something, and I'm going to mix it. I'm just going to give it a little bit of ink. We're doing our library pocket. This is the page we're doing, and then we'll do a page next to it as well. It's hard to just not add, because these are such cool items in the kit. Now, I did buy the 15 count kit additionally, but that's just because I like to have leftovers. Because if I ever need something circus or, hot air balloons, I'll have it. Okay, I got those inked. I had to pull them close to me because I couldn't see them. Getting old. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this back over where you can see. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Now, I'm going to get this glued down first. And like always, I forget to do my, oh, I just went blank. I forgot to fill my glue bottles, what I was trying to say. Then I have to squeeze it and shake. I hate having to do that. So, I just kind of plopped it down, and I'm just going to straighten it up. Kind of just put it where it looks good to you. Yet it pretty much fits on this card that I have. Of course, you have your library card, and then you have a ticket to the circus in here. I might do it this way because it says circus that way. Okay, and then it's going to go right here, so I'm going to go ahead and put it there. I think that's where I wanted it. Yeah, I had decided to move it to this side, and it has adhesive on the back. So I'm going to take that off, and maybe, there it goes. And if you don't trust the adhesive, you can add more glue. I always try to design closer to the side of each page instead of toward the middle, just because then you don't have to mess with trying to hit the curve in the spine. Okay, looks like we're attached just fine there. Okay, now we're going to put this little pocket that I decoupaged a couple little clowns on. Aren't they cute? We are going to do a pocket over here with this pink background, which was some of the rose paper, but I needed to have it to be this color. And so I know that everyone would love for me to be able to cut everything out and us do it together, but I can only show you what my thoughts are here. It just takes a lot of time with everything I want to put in the book for me to just, you know, it'd take us doing it every day this month. And I just have a lot of other things I have to do sometimes, you know. So that's why I have it cut and ready, and then we can put it all together as we like. And you can see everyone knows pretty much how to. Let me clip this on, because these are not, this little thing for some reason it's not wanting to clip on. So we'll make it happen, and we'll let it dry for a little bit. Okay, so that's drying. And so I thought we could put on top of the world, or was I wanting it on here? On, you know, I never remember from the time I decorate it. On top of the world, and we'll put world over here. We can go ahead and put it on because we don't have to worry about it being glued down there. We can add those later. I remember the circus so well, especially there was like a more like charity one that would come to our town, you know, every year. Anyone could go, but you had to pay $20 for a ticket. And I remember looking forward to, it was probably way less than that then, but the last time I took my grandkids to it before, I don't think it's around anymore, but before I would take my grandkids to it, it was like $20. Of course, your concession eats you alive, but you can get in to see it. But I have to be honest, my grandkids weren't over the top impressed with it. You know, I took my middle grandchild first, and he got bored about 30 or so minutes into the show. You know, oh, so what? There's a guy hanging up there with a motorcycle. It didn't matter. And when we were kids, we were just so shocked. I think it's a lot of video games nowadays. They see everything in video games, and they have a tendency to have that adventure already on their games. So, yeah. I'm going to move this for just a second, because I do want to put it right here. Okay. Okay. Put the next one on. So it's top of. at the very end of finishing mine, probably before I do the little flip through, if I do a flip through, we probably will just thumb through it the last time. Yeah, I think it'd be crowded if we put 3 of those there, so I'm going to put the over here on top of the. Spread it out a little bit. I don't think I made anything special, you know, other than pockets. For this particular traveler's notebook, because it had so much in it that it was so exciting. Okay, now we're going to do the tag. We have a little clown playing card, and isn't it cute? No scary clowns here. And I'm just going to add this doily on here because I just think adding this doily, this is, in my opinion, is a little girl type journal. There's a lot of pink. So I'm just going to, if I can get this up, I just did this circle here to put glue underneath, and I'm not really going to put a topper on it unless I change my mind. And then I'll just let the rest of this kind of flop around because it's not going to be where it should be able to get bent. And then I'm going to take my playing card. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to kind of angle it a little bit because, you know, I'm an angler. Oh gosh, I crack myself up sometimes. I like everything to tilt. Kind of like the tilt-a-world. Haha. That's an amusement park thing. Okay, so of course I moved my card up a little, and now I've got glue underneath it to deal with. But everywhere else it's okay, except maybe on the card itself. Doesn't take long to get your fingers messed up when you're using this Fabri-Tac. It likes anything and everything to touch it so it can stick. Well, this one, I got to pull it away for a second and let me get this glue off. I have to have it closer to me. And because if I close the book, you know what will happen if there's glue on it. It will definitely stick to something else that you don't want it to stick to. And boy, this is way more than I thought was leaking out. Okay. Huh. So now you can see I didn't want a topper, so I brought this up to the top. And this is going to go into this pink pocket when we have completed this. And this little sticker here says outstanding on it. And it actually, this whole, I don't know exactly how it works, to tell you honestly. I think it is a sticker. If not, we'll just glue it down because it hasn't been completely cut out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it is a sticker. So I'm going to real quickly, while that is all drying, cut around this because it's way cuter after you can see it. It has, you know what? I'm not going to cut it out because I'm going to, instead of putting it on something, I'm going to put it straight down on our page. And I'm going to put it right here. This whole thing is outstanding. And of course, this will go in here. And let me see if it's dry yet. No, we're going to give it a little bit more time. And if I have to go back and add more glue, I will. But I think it'll be fine until we can get back to it. So that is page 1 that we're going to do today. I'm going to try to do one more, unless there's some that are pretty easy that we can do quickly. This is the one we did the other day. And it turned out really cute too. Has the circus guy in there and the free ticket that you would get when you were in school. There's a playing card here. I added this ruffle because this page is longer, if you notice. And I cut it off. And there's going to be a few of those this time. I just felt like making some big pages. And this is another one with the hot air balloon. See, I took a size 10 envelope and I put this big tag that was in the kit. Fold this envelope up and made pockets. Cut out a little cloud and used a stamp tag. Put toppers on it. That was fun. This is just in here drying something. So this is not going to be for today because I forgot to get my stamp out. We'll do it on another day. It doesn't take but a minute. This is for today. This is the main one I wanted to do today. And because it's probably going to take a little longer. Got to get a drink. Okay. So we have some carousel things going on here. And we have some carousel stationery. Isn't it adorable? I hope you guys could see that last one. I had it holding back a little. And then we have the top of a pink envelope. And I cut out of this paper, I flipped it over and cut out a long pocket. Because I want it to go over this ledger paper that's hanging out here. So let's just do that first. I want it to, you know, it all be on these 2 pages. The ledger being one of them. So we're going to have to clip it down probably too. I hope you guys are having a good day. We had 2 solid days of ice. So you couldn't even see the sky. We couldn't even see the lake. It was just so frozen over. Okay, so this is the pocket that's on the ledger page. And I'm going to try to pull it up to the top. And of course, that's going to leave me with some glue down here. Because I moved it up. Oh my goodness. And I didn't even get close to the sides of this. Must be the amount of glue I used on it. It's all I can say. I don't know. You know me. There was a nickname for me. We all know what it would be. So we are still remodeling our house. And I didn't show you before pictures, but if we ever get it done, I might show it to you. It's going to be a while. But man alive. See if it's still where it's supposed to be. Yes, it is. Just want to make sure everything's where it needs to be. Now this seems to be gluing easier than the other. I think it's because I did some decoupage on the other pocket and put those two little clowns on there. It didn't like that very much. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is put this paper on. So to do this paper, we're going to have to, I'm not going to decoupage it or nothing, but we're going to have to put some glue stick on here. I'm surprised I didn't have it out right here. I forget sometimes. Okay, so we're just going to cover it the best we can, and then we'll add some glue, regular Fabri-Tac, around the edges, so we know it won't go anywhere. But it's too much to put glue, a big old wad of glue on. That's my opinion. And here we go. We're just going to do a blob here, a blob there, here, 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 and here, and there. And maybe a little in the middle. Now, get my book back over here, if I can get hold of it. You have to kind of be quick, you know, if you do the glue stick and then turn around and do the Fabri-Tac. Can't mess around because it takes a bit. So I usually hit the middle where all the glue stick is first, and then I'll hit the edges where the glue is. Now, as you can see, this is on one of the pages that folds out. So it too is going to be sticking out of the book. Or if I choose to, I can fold it. Now I need to add some more glue down in there. It's kind of begging for it. The little edges. I wondered about these little edges. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Every place else is good. So now we're going to do we're going to put the envelope on top of this. Because this little envelope came with this little piece of stationery. So I thought that'd be cute, you know? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it right back here, or up here. Let me pull my paper up. And I'm going to set this down this way. And it's just going to go on top of the stationery. I just cut it straight across, and because I wanted to use the envelope, came with it in some way, and this is how it turned out the best, to me anyway. Oh, thought I had glue on there, but it's decoupage from the previous page. Okay, this would take a few minutes to dry, so we'll let that dry while we work over here on our tag. So, we're going to have certain things that we put on here. This is something I got in the extra kit. And it's going to go in here, and it's pretty much decorated. I say it's going to go in here if I left enough room. Well, I may have to trim the sides. I didn't think about that being so narrow, but I want to put him. Look how nostalgic this looks. I just love this little card. Let me get it on here. And at some point, you know, some things I've put lettering on, but I'll probably go back and put some common circus words like, you know, I had a wonderful day, or, you know, just different things. Can we go again? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I do have a sticker pad that has some cute sayings, and I'm just hoping that it has something like that. Okay. So this is getting glued down right on front. And you see why I wanted to use this green, because it's got a lot of green in it. See, this one is going to need a name under here. So let me think. See if I have anything in this little sticker book. We've got What a Blast, but I want to save that for a scarier ride. Okay. So let's just look at the next page. These pages do not cooperate very well. See, like it's one to cheap little book. Probably got at Walmart or something over the years. This one is the one we looked at. So here's one that says Adventures. Our Perfect Moment. Or it doesn't get better than this. I think that's a good one, don't you? We're going to put that one on there. And luckily, these are stickers. Heavy duty stickers. So it will stick right down here without any problem. Doesn't get any better than this. Okay, and then I've already put a topper on here. I think I'm going to have to trim down my tag, and I can trim it, but I'm going to lay it here for now because this is wet, and until I know for sure, you know. I thought that I was going to, I thought I was going to flip this over and decorate on this side, but I'm not sure. I was thinking where we could do some tags, but that background is not that great, you know. But, and they are big tags, but oh well, they're more noticeable that way. And we can drape them over to the next side. And I'm not going to connect them by string. I'm not going to put them on the crack of the book. I'll just draw them on. Okay? And I'll probably decorate or write something on these little flags. But I don't want to put anything that's just going to get snagged on something. So we'll put a fake rope. That's what I'm talking about, basically. and be covered in glue when this is over. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to let this dry before I do any detail stuff. And I will decide what that is before our next video, and you can come along with me while I do that. I'll just have to see. I may spell something out. You know, I don't know what it would be. Because fun would only be 3 letters. I might figure out something. Okay, and then we'll add the string, or I'll draw it on with a marker. So this is the page done. I think I'm going to see if I can cut that tag without ruining it. I'm going to cut out my carousel first before I let that happen. But if it doesn't cut down like I want, then we'll have to do something. I'm going to take it a little at a time and make sure we don't get it uneven, and hope that that will be what we need. Get out of the way. Goodness. Now, I'm thinking, why don't we just round this instead of just barely round it, instead of trying to cut more off of it. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now, I'm not going to leave it in here now because I just want to make sure, yeah, it's going to go, it's going to fit, but I want to make sure it's good and dry, because you know how that is, right? You regret those things. I also have this carousel playing card, and I thought it would be fun to put up here. The more the merrier. I look like, that's how I feel. Now, the journaling can go on the back of the card, the tag. And I'll pull this up as high as I can so some journaling can be on this stationery. So I'm going to pull it up here. You definitely can't bend that page now. And it doesn't bother me since it's going to be mine. I'm not opposed to doing that. Okay, and this will go in here. I will be trimming off the excess around the pocket so it doesn't stick out and look odd. And all right, there we go. Okie doke. So this is today's page, second page. And let me see how many minutes. Okay. So I'm going to lay her right here, and she'll go in later. when there's not so much craziness. This will be in the next one. Trying to think if I have enough. Let's go ahead and try to do it. Let's just see what happens. So this one is my favorite layout, and I did decoupage a little clown just kind of up off the ground there. But I do also have this giraffe. Went blank for a second. I'm going to slide his nose under here, under the string, because he's got a big head and it's going to take a little to get him on there. Let's put him on first. Let's see. Probably could put him on with glue stick too, because he's real thin. Let me move this thing so I have some place to do it. Okay. So I'm move the book over and then use this paper to use the glue stick. Keep it from going all over everything. And then we'll put this back in there. Gotta be careful. This is an old children's book that just so happened to have a lion in the woods and an elephant. And this giraffe is what I meant, giraffe. The giraffe was like in an advertisement to sell the book, I think, or something. It looked like it anyway. Okay, now we're going to try to do this without glue, and we'll just play it by ear. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is get his nose underneath, because we won't be able to otherwise, because he'll be bent at some point. By the time I get him under here, it will be the glue will be dry. I don't know why it's not cooperating with me, and I'm getting it all over me. Okay, here we go. Part of the face is over there, the nose. We'll see if we can get the lip over there. This was much easier when I was doing it, when I was laying it out, I will say. Let me get the rest of this down first. And then we'll know that we're putting his nose in the right spot that I had planned. We'll definitely have to get the extra glue off the page. Okay, get under there. Note to self, maybe not do that anymore. No, I think it's going to be fine. And you know this glue stick, any glue that gets around the outside, it just kind of dissolves, you know. You just roll it off. So I'm not too worried about that. Okay, isn't he cool? I just love giraffes. He's a cool little guy. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is, I thought it would be fun to put this little clown on this, under here, like he's standing on it. Now, this is more of a display type page because it's in the center. I just wanted it to look nice. This reminds me of the, what do they call it? The big things that all the animals would stand on top of, you know, to perform. Especially the elephants is what I remember the most. Okay, so how I did this is I laid it all down, and then I was like, okay, now how would this clown, because you know the clowns would get on there too. I thought, how would the clowns do this? And so I just decided to bring it to the bottom. Oh, and that is not right. That's the wrong side. Oh my goodness. Paula. This is for the lion. And hopefully that will stay off of there. So what I'm going to do with this side is I'm going to go ahead and add it down, and then I'll get what glue is in the right way taken off. Ugh. I can tell you I'm rusty. What can I say? Doing my best to get my act back together. And this is why I love doing my videos so much. And I love corresponding back and forth with all my friends. But, you know, sometimes I don't want to rub too hard on this clown because, you know, ripping right off the page wouldn't be cool. Wasn't that bad. I just barely missed it. And there he is. Isn't he cute up there? I still got some of the booger-like stuff I'm rolling off here. That's what it reminds me of with Fabri-Tac. And it looks like this other side is going to stay. Let me move this out of the way for right this second. We'll do it again in a minute. Okay, let me make sure you can see. I'm going to put right here, I'm putting the lion. He's got the longest tail ever. So I'm going to lay him on a clean spot over here and put some, I'm sorry you might not be able to see that because I have very little space. I am working on, well, I just finished one thing and then about to start another thing and doing this also. So, you know, keeps you busy. That's why you know, I've always wanted, there's a lot of things I've wanted to do. Let me make sure, yeah. See how far his little tail will go. I've had him all over the page trying to make him fit. So hopefully, I wanted them to kind of be talking. It's a little close, but it'll be fine. It's like, hey, hey, I'm your friend. And this little tag says best day ever. And I think it probably would be if you're at the circus. This is just a little example of what the circus would be like when you're in the big top. What really hurt the circus is when I remember going a few times, we had to go inside a big building, you know, and there was no tent. And that kind of changes things a little, doesn't it? So this is the best day ever. I was going to put happiness. I think I'll go ahead because I want to use one more thing, at least pink, so the clown doesn't look kind of odd over there. So, almost put it upside down. I'm just kind of putting them even with each other. There, kind of like a... All right, guys, that's this page. Page 3 for today. And so I need to get off of here and get busy cleaning up one mess so I can make another. All right, guys, see you in the next